The EB-1A visa or green card is the category for people who have extraordinary ability. It sounds marvelous, doesn't it? But the US government, it seems, rarely does anything in a straightforward manner. The simple truth is that being genuinely talented is insufficient. You can have a concert pianist, international awards, undeniable ability, even ability that USCIS considers extraordinary ability. But their EB-1A case denied. Why? You see, there's a missing element here, and it's the requirement that you prove that you intend to continue working in your field of extraordinary ability in the United States. The US government doesn't just want the talent, they want to know that the production line will keep moving. It's a visa or green card for workers, not for brilliant idlers. I'm Stefanakoli, an immigration attorney, and I'm here to give you some information that might change your life. Now, if you want someone to handle your EB-1A case, or you have a unique situation, or you just want things done expertly, or you want the process to just be finished, my contact information is in the description. Now let's get back into the intent to continue working requirement. Why does it exist? Well, the answer is that Congress did not intend for the EB-1A to be a retirement plan. It did not intend for it to be a lifetime achievement award. The EB-1A exists to benefit, prospectively, the United States. That's looking forward, not backward. You're not coming here to rest on your laurels, you're coming here to work. Okay, understanding that, how do you prove your future intent? Well, let's look at what the law actually requires. The regulations, they're quite specific here. So typically USCIS looks at things like letters from potential employers or evidence of contracts that you have lined up. Those are the prearranged commitments referred to. But even a detailed personal statement outlining specific plans can, according to the regulation, work. But what's the sweet spot, you might be wondering? The ideal petition package combines multiple types of evidence to paint a full picture of your intent. This might include a detailed personal statement outlining your specific plans and how you intend to operate in your area of expertise, your area of extraordinary ability in the US in the future. Evidence of your marketability in the US market in your area of extraordinary ability, your area of expertise. Letters from prospective employers or collaborators or investors expressing interest. Contracts or prearranged commitments if you have them, and documentation of any preliminary steps you've already taken. That said, the regulation does state explicitly that a detailed plan from you explaining how you intend to continue your work in the United States can be enough to satisfy this requirement, which seems suitable. It seems sensible. After all, a lot of people with extraordinary ability won't have an employer, definitely won't have a US employer. They'll be self-employed. And prearranged commitments, why would someone, especially someone who's not in the United States, take the time, make the effort to make contracts when there's no guarantee that they will have permission to work in the United States? So this provision about a detailed statement being enough is perfectly logical. And when adjudicators apply the provision as it is written, things work out just fine. For perfect illustration, take this recent decision where USCIS got it right. A researcher from Central Asia stated that he wanted to continue to use his historical knowledge, translation/interpretation, editing skills, and international relations expert experience in the United States by working in a university, government job, or institution. Focus on Central Asian culture and history, translate his book from Kyrgyz to English, and he would establish cultural bridges between the Kyrgyz and the Navajo people. The Administrative Appeals Office said, that is enough. Quote, we find that the petitioner's statement sufficiently details his US work plans. They got it right. But plenty of cases with perfectly reasonable statements more detailed than the statement in the Central Asia researcher's case, get initially at least shot down. The truth is that USCIS does not adjudicate this requirement evenly. And that is the frustrating reality. But while adjudicators do, in my opinion, and the AAO's opinion, they do make mistakes. They're not the only ones making mistakes here. There are things that you might do that might cause a red flag to go in the air when you're trying to satisfy this requirement. I'll give you some examples of what doesn't work or where things start to get a little prickly. Take, for example, the case of a music producer and composer. He's talented, no doubt about that. He has the goods when it comes to his ability. But his petition is denied because his current job is listed as chauffeur. How did he connect being a chauffeur to his area of extraordinary ability? He claimed he was just being a chauffeur to gain some contacts in the music industry. But unsurprisingly, USCIS found this explanation to be insufficient and found that he didn't have the intent to continue working in his area of extraordinary ability. He wasn't mindful enough of his current job. Another case involved a petitioner, a researcher in this case, who expressed interest in obtaining grants to do future work. However, this vague aspiration was not enough. The denial decision stated that the petitioner had not actually provided clear evidence of how they would actually continue their work in the United States. Wanting to apply for grants, according to USCIS at least, is not the same as having concrete plans. It's more of a hopeful statement than detailed evidence of intent. Take the example of the professional violinist. She submitted extensive evidence of pursuing a career as a public school music teacher, and she was found not to have the intent to continue working in her area of extraordinary ability. Teaching music and performing music professionally were deemed to be different areas of extraordinary ability. Be mindful of your stated area of extraordinary ability and what it entails. Here's another example similar to the violinist. It's an example of a Taekwondo champion. He indicated through his forms and documentation that he intended to continue working as a Taekwondo instructor, and made only a single brief one-sentence mention about continuing to compete as a Taekwondo competitor. This one-sentence mention was deemed insufficient to show his intent to continue working in his area of extraordinary ability, which was performing in Taekwondo competitions. Now, I can give you a large number of ways people fail to meet this requirement. I could, but that would just leave you dejected. That would leave you despondent, and I don't want to do that. I'd rather flip the script and end on a positive note. Satisfying this requirement is eminently doable, especially for people who really do have extraordinary ability. But it is a requirement that you should take seriously. It's a requirement that you should not overlook. Now subscribe, because there will be more videos like this on the way.